Brad Garlinghouse just said some crazy things that I think most people in the XRP army are skimming over because there's been a lot in the news lately. This is something I want you guys to pay special attention to in today's video. It's what I think is one of the most important updates from Brad Garlinghouse in months. I'm going to start by showing you a clip that is a little old and a clip that is very new to show you what I'm talking about in this video. Before I talk about that though, I wanted to talk about a great report that Coinbase just put out. They said that 60% of the Fortune 500 are working on projects with blockchain. I want to make this very clear now. I believe that every company in America that is ahead of the curve, creating new ideas and making a lot of money is building blockchain because they know it's the way of the future. The internet was like the internet in that when it first came out, everyone was making something because they knew it would be a big part of how we do business in the future. They were right, of course. I have to say that the XRPL's future is getting more and more exciting as more and more wealthy people get engaged. This is also a big part of wealth advice. Soon, wealth managers will be able to sell ETFs to their clients, and that can bring in trillions of dollars all by itself, which is, again, amazing. I'd like to play a short clip from a talk with Brad Garlinghouse that happened not long ago. The next one I want to play is from a recent talk at XRP Vegas. But yet, I want to play this because what he has to say here is honestly completely crazy. Pay close attention, has lost more than 90% of its value due to inflation over the last 50 years, 90% in the last 50 years. If you do that, just make one change. What was it? It cost $100,000, 0 cents. Ability to buy things. Yes. Oh wow, do we think things will get better or worse? I think it will get worse now that there is a printing press. That makes sense, and that's the best currency to handle. By the way, we can fight about that. I guess I should take that back a bit. One of the most well-run currencies, if not the best. Many people would say the US dollar is the safest. They weren't yet the main payment. That is the best one though. So I think it's only going to happen. It's going to happen though. The amount we're talking about now is 2.5 trillion. Do I really think this will be a 10x in 5 to 10 years? No problem at all. When I say that, it doesn't scare me at all, as if that were conservative. It's safe. In relation to what we talked about earlier, is it possible that it's 100x during that time frame? I'm not sure why it feels mean, but it does. A lot of people, especially in the US, don't seem to understand what it would be like to have lived in Argentina during my lifetime and seen the Argentinian peso lose all of its value several times. Why would you keep that money? That is a great question, sincerely. Why would you hold any money? The US dollar is the best money in the world. After 50 years, that will be worth less than half of what it is now. So why would you hold on to it? I mean, that makes no sense at all, right? Yes. That money is something you don't want to hold. It's like you can see money burning right in front of your eye. Like Brad Garlinghouse said, that is the best money in the world. It's true that Brad Garlinghouse meant XRP when he talked about a 10x or a 100x. He said, yeah, I think a 10x is very likely in the next 5 to 10 years, and he said that a 100x could happen in the next 100 years, or I should say in the next 5 to 10 years, which I find completely unbelievable. It's clear that everyone wants XRP to grow by 100 times. I lean a bit more to the right. If you ask me, I think XRP can go up 10 times its current price in a very short time. We saw it do a 6x back in November, which is when this talk took place, and yes, I do believe there is much to be joyful about, but now I need to go get a job. That was a big while ago. This is XRP. Sin City. For the first time in a speech, Brad Garlinghouse talks about Hidden Road in particular, and I thought this was great. I'm going to play this for you guys and then we'll go into more detail right away. For me, Hidden Road stands for, if we want the biggest market makers and hedge funds in the world to join this environment, we need the right technology to make that possible. Hidden Road is one of the fastest growing non-bank prime brokers. A lot of the people who work as prime brokers are big business banks, and for those guys who have been against crypto because of how regulations work, things are starting to change. But I think Hidden Road is using subtle, almost flex to their hundreds of clients, who are some of the biggest names in finance in the world. Last year, they made $3 trillion, 0 cents. They're getting bigger really fast. And to be honest, with Ripple's balance sheet, that will only speed up. All of this is good for XRP. That's great for RLUSD. Ripple is fully committed to what we can do to make XRP the most trusted, useful, and transferable digital currency in the world. I'll keep saying this, that's what we've always done. Really, that's a pretty exciting statement, right? Really, I'm going to want to go into that a lot more because, $3 trillion, 0 cents in trades is a lot of money. I also want to tell you that Hidden Road is still getting bigger. It looks like this is only the beginning of Hidden Road. That whole list of deals is going to be kept on the XRP record. There will be at least $3 trillion, 0 cents going through, and maybe even a lot more. Yes, it doesn't matter what happens. as long as they keep growing and adopting. With the XRP system, things will be faster and cheaper, which means that more people will use Hidden Roads services. And this could really be the snowball that makes institutional and individual users start using XRP in large numbers. Both. Let me tell you something, you really shouldn't sleep on this because it could be the biggest thing that's ever happened to XRP. There is a real company that Ripple bought that is going to start shooting trillions of dollars through the ledger. That's crazy, guys. Congratulations. That is great. Give yourself a pat on the back and enjoy the moment. I'm so happy about that. Having said that, I wanted to talk about what's going on with XRP right now because, a lot of people aren't sure, right? We've seen some really strange moves. I bought and sold things here. You had some pretty good entries over here. Then there was another green day and now there is some red. Not many people know what will happen with XRP next. This is what we know. The daily price of XRP has just gone high. If you look at the weekly chart, you can still see that it's in oversold area. In other words, it is still possible for XRP to reach new highs. That makes sense to me because if we look at Bitcoin over here, we can see that it just hit some pretty high numbers. It went as high as $110,000 per coin and is still holding strong at 108. A lot of altcoins, including XRP, haven't seen that liquidity flow back into them yet. XRP is generally lagging behind Bitcoin, so I think we'll see maybe 1 or 2 good daily candles on it now and then. We might actually see the correction happen once this meeting is in the overbought area of the stochastic RSI. I mean, I'm pretty much just looking for that. Exactly the same thing is going on in my art crypto Discord, Crypto Crusaders. I want all of you to have the chance to get in. We just closed another move that made us 8%. That's what I did. So if you just want to see when I trade, you can do that for free or join a great crypto group. You can do that by following our simple 3-step plan. You can join one of our 2 partner groups. These are what you can see. After making a deposit, you'll need to post your exchange user ID in the forum in order to get into the Discord. Okay, fill that out. I will talk more about my deals with you in the Discord. Also, please check out my Rumble channel and my second YouTube account. I'll also put links to those 2 things below. That way you can get more information on those sites too. Peace.